this hour of the morning off to do jury service. All the way through October I've been called to do jury service here, and it's quite interesting how I feel about it because I've never had to make judgment on anybody before. Today's only orientation, which takes an hour and a half. Got about an hour drive to get there first of all, so I'll have a bit of thinking time to myself. Have you ever had to consider what it'd be like to make a judgment on someone's career or future because you're on a jury? And it's not the sort of thing you do. I mean, you say things about people and you have opinions about people, but in the case that I have to sit on a court case, I'm actually going to be making a decision on someone's life. I think it's one of those things you have to do because it's part of living in a democracy, and the right of every citizen is to have trial by jury and have people, their peer group, judge them, for want of a better word. And I mean, I'd like it if I was on the wrong end of the stick and up before a court. I'd like people who come from my background to be making the opinion on whether I was guilty or not. And so I've had to consider that for quite a while, for the last month or so since I received the call up. And this morning I'm driving off and heading to the courthouse about an hour away, and I'll make my decisions if I have to. Today's orientation, so they'll be telling me what we can do, what we can't do, how it all operates, which will make me feel a bit more comfortable, I must admit. So I'm signing off for now, and I'll chat to you a bit later on, all the way through the course of October, hopefully without having to go to court and make judgment on somebody. Bye for now. Well, I've been travelling for half an hour now on the way to the courthouse, and I must admit, I feel a little bit daunted. It's maybe very serious, this court call-up. I don't really know whether I'm intimidated by actually sitting in a court and the responsibility that goes with being on a jury, or whether it's just because this is a really new experience. I mean, who else has been on a court jury decision like that yourself? I'm finding it quite unsettling almost. I'll be fine if it comes to that, but it's almost like I'm the one who's on the trial to start with. Anyway, only another half hour to go and I'll be there, and I'm sure I'll be fine once I get in the courthouse and start getting the orientation happening and get a few facts in my head. I think it's the great unknown, because you don't know if you're going to be on a jury, and you don't know what's really involved with being on a jury, and I'll be able to compile all that information in my head once I've had a chance to be given a bit of a lecture by the court staff. Well, I've made it to the courthouse now. We see what happens. I go on in for my hour and a half of orientation. Hopefully it's not a trick just to get me. Bye for now. Well, that's day one of jury duty done. That was an experience and a half. I've just got out of the jury pool room. I'll fill you in on the rest of the events that happened during the course of the day when I get home from here.